Heya, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be my first video of many to come, hopefully, and I thought there would be no better way to start out my YouTube channel than talking about something that I do every day, which is go to work. I work in a cafe. It's a very busy cafe. I'm a barista and we sell food and stuff like toasties and all of that sort of thing. I won't say the company I work for just because I don't want to get in trouble. But I do get a lot of interesting experiences from customers. I get treated quite badly by them. Our customers tend to think they're very entitled. They're mostly of the older generation. If you've worked in retail like I do, then you know that it is the older people who are more snobby and more likely to complain about something. So anyway, just a quick disclaimer, please excuse the fact that I've got many things going on with my face right now. I'm having a few skin problems, especially here. I've got a few like rashes and stuff, but you're not gonna get me ever perfect, so I might as well start my first video with many craters on my face. I've got 3 stories for you guys today. This is probably gonna be like a 2 or 3 parter video just because I have so many stories and I've only been working at this place for 2 years. Let's see which one we'll start with. Okay, this happened probably 3 or 4 months ago. A Sunday morning. Sundays are one of my favorite days to work because it tends to be more quiet and I don't know, it's just nicer because most of the time that I work my shift, the store is closed. We open at 11 AM on a Sunday morning because I live in the UK and it is, I think it's illegal to trade in a certain like square foot before 11 AM, I'm not 100% sure. So we've just opened the store and a few of our regulars come in and then another woman comes in and I can already tell that she looks really snooty. I know now when a customer is going to be difficult. So I was doing the cooking and my colleague was serving the customers and making their coffees, and this woman comes up to the till. I remember just overhearing her asking what the difference between an Americano and a filter was, and my colleague had to explain it to her, and I didn't think anything of it because a lot of our customers don't know what the different coffees are. That's fine, you know, whatever. So anyway, I see that this woman starts talking to my colleague. I'll call her Susan. And she's like whispering to my colleague and I'm thinking, something weird's going on there. But my colleague doesn't say anything because she keeps serving other customers. So she's ordered food, this customer, so I take over her food to her and she says, "Oh, I just want to say to you too, I've spoken to your manager." I don't get why people always assume that the older people in the store are the managers. That's not true because I used to be a manager in the store and I was the youngest in the cafe. So moving on. And she says to me, "Every single seat is filthy." She's like, "You've just opened. This is disgusting." And I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. You know, it's something that we missed. You know, it's human error. We'd never like normally do like this. I will make sure that someone comes and cleans the chairs and we'll make sure to not leave it like this in the future." And she just kept going on and on about how disgraceful it was and disgusting. She was like, "This one's just barely clean." And yes, they should have been cleaned before shift, but the seats are the least of my worries on a Sunday morning. So then I'm like made this persona in work where I just don't really soak anything in anymore because it's back to behind the counter. I'm like, okay, this woman wants to start crap on a Sunday morning. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know if she didn't get to have wine at the church or something like that. I don't know what is upsetting you on a Sunday morning. This is where it gets to the point that made me angry. Like, this isn't that bad, but it made me so angry I can't even express. She comes up to the till and she slams her coffee down and she's like, "What's your excuse for this then?" Here we go, this girl wants to go. Like, my colleague Susan, she is super like fiery and she doesn't take people's crap. She basically says, "This cream has gone off, how can you serve me this?" And my colleague's just like, "I know what I'm doing, that cream was open this morning, it can't be off." And the customer's like, "Well, it is, you can see it right here." And then my colleague's like getting her a new coffee, some new cream. And me being the people person that I am, I decide, oh, I'm just gonna go up to her and make her feel reassured. So I go up to her and I'm like, oh, excuse me, I overheard your problem. I just wanted to say that sometimes when you put cream in a hot coffee, cream tends to curdle a little bit. It's the same with soya. She interrupts me and she says something that literally just, she said, here we go. I've worked in catering for 30 years. I don't need your opinion, little girl. What the difference between an Americano and a filter was. I know, I'm just trying to, and then she's like going, no, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, and I'm like getting so annoyed. I get so angry that I like shake and everything. So I walk away and I'm like, fine, you don't get my customer service anymore, goodbye. And I'm like walking off, like clicking like this, like stayed out the back for probably 20 minutes after that because I was so mad. So I'll move on to a more short story. So, yes. This also happened a couple of months ago. I haven't had a customer be actively that bad towards me in quite a while. In my cafe, we do afternoon teas for two. So basically it's the whole like scones, cream and jam, sandwiches and like little cakes and stuff like that, all like put on a nice little tier. I'll try to insert a picture here of what a standard afternoon tea looks like. These afternoon teas are subject to availability and it does disclaim that on the all of the like decor. What we tend to do if we run out of like a certain item within the afternoon tea, we tend to substitute it with another item, and normally we tell the customer. So anyway, this woman orders one and we've been very busy that day, so we've run out of most of our, my cat's under the bed making noise, and we've run out of most of our afternoon tea products. So my colleague is new and she doesn't tell this woman that we don't have all the proper stuff. So this woman goes off, she's got her afternoon tea, they're all happy, they're eating it, whatever. She comes up to the counter. Okay, up until this point, I have never interacted with this woman at all. Okay, I've just been doing my own job. I've been kind of like watching what she's doing, but I haven't been actively interacting with her. I haven't said one word, I haven't looked directly her in the eye or anything like that. She comes up to the counter and she's like eating a sandwich and she's got it in her mouth and she's like talking with food in her mouth and she's like, where's my macaroons? And she's like spitting food all over the counter. Why? She's like, where's my I would have ordered this if I didn't know there wasn't going to be any macaroons on it. So my colleague starts apologizing to her and says like, can I get you anything out? Like, and this woman's just like not having any of it. So she goes back down and she sits down. I still haven't interacted with her, okay? I just watched her come up to the counter. I didn't say sorry or anything because it was nothing to do with me. I was just going on with my job. It becomes quiet. She's still sat over there, but my job is finished. So I decide to go and help clear some tables. I go to the table next to her and she's like sat here and I'm clearing a table over here with my back to her. But as I go to clear the table, I see her, she's like sat like opposite her friend. And I'm like here, and she turns like this in her chair and she looks at me and I can like feel her looking at me even though I'm not facing her. I can hear her whispering to my friend and my friend's like, no, my friend, and her friend's like, no, you can't. And I'm thinking, what are they talking about? What is she gonna say to me? So anyway, I decide to turn around and clear the table next to her. So I'm now facing her. And this woman goes, okay, take note, I have not interacted with this woman at all. Not once. I haven't said hello. I haven't seen her. Nothing, okay? Just take note. Just take note of that. And this woman says when I turn around, she looks at my name tag and she goes, Amy, I'm going to use that name in my complaint. I said, why are you going to use my name? She says, you're the first person I saw. So I just walked off because I didn't know how, I didn't want to get even worse on the complaint. So this one happened back last year, so it was a long time ago, but this one I will remember for a long time just because it was such a big complaint. It ended up getting sent to headquarters, and then headquarters had to contact my manager so that my manager could then investigate with me what happened. So I could have lost my job because of this complaint. So it was around Christmas time, and everyone knows that retail at Christmas is awful. Like, it's so busy, you have little staff, it's just, in a cafe, especially when everyone's doing their Christmas shopping, they want to have a coffee, you know, we have queues out the door. There's this big queue and I'm doing the till and my colleague's doing coffee behind me. So this woman comes up to the till and she seems nice at first. She's quite younger. I'd say that she was like in her 30s, like maybe 35, 36. She orders a medium vanilla latte. We had no vanilla syrup and I had already checked downstairs. Literally there was no vanilla syrup in the store at all, because vanilla is like super popular during Christmas. I'm not sure why. So I apologized today. I'm like, I'm really sorry, but we don't have any vanilla syrup. Can I get you anything else? We've got like gingerbread, we've got hazelnut, like I'm offering these other ones. And she looks at me, she's looking at me with this horror in her eyes. She starts insulting me. She's like, you're a disgrace. I've waited here for 40 minutes, which is a big exaggeration. I've waited here for 40 minutes and now you're telling me there's no vanilla syrup. You are a disgrace. There's no wonder you work in retail. You need to have a new job. You are useless. Like all of this sort of thing. Am I thinking, oh my god, why is she saying this stuff to me? It's not my fault we don't have any vanilla syrup. I can't believe it. She was being so horrible to me. She was calling me all these names. And anyway, I'm like trying to get her to stop because this is like making my confidence go down the drain. So I try to make a joke because that's what I tend to do in bad situations. I make jokes in order to try and lighten the mood, but most of the time they don't work. In this instance it definitely did not work. So I say to her, I'm really sorry, but I can't, like, we're low staff today, we're trying to get through the queue as best as we can. I can't magic staff out of nowhere. Like, that's what almost made me lose my job. That one line that will be with me forever. That was the title of the complaint. But to make it even worse, it wasn't even the woman I said it to who complained, it was the woman behind her who was super nice to me. I just don't get people. The customer that I said it to still comes back and she's like nice to me now. She's apologized since. And in the complaint, they even said the sarcastic young cashier. Why is young such an insult? Customers give me no chill. So anyway, that was 3 of my stories. I've still got so many more to go through and so many more that come every single week. So if you want to see more of these videos, then I will put them up. I'm going to be making more videos, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because I really want to get into this now. I've wanted to do YouTube for like all of, you know, I've been watching YouTube since I was 7, 8 years old, so I've wanted to create a YouTube channel ever since, and I never actually got around to it. So I'd really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below if you've had any bad customer experiences or if you've had any retail workers be horrible to you. And yeah, so thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!